Here we go. All right. Howdy, folks. Welcome back. Here we are at April 19th of 2022, and I'm going to let the loop run here for a minute because there's a lot going on in there. Let's get this just right so we can see everything for you guys. There we go. That's pretty good. All right. So we're just going to let this loop play for a few minutes here. This is April 19th, 2022, and it starts out, here I'm going to show you, it starts out with this blacked out screen is the first frame. When it, right there, that blacked out screen, then we had a full halo eruption and then a bunch of these other eruptions. Okay, so one more time here and then we'll pause it. Okay, so let's back up just a few frames here. Okay, this is our first frame right here, and the camera's reacting because it's being hit by a full halo CME. Let me zoom in so you can see the instrument reacting to a full halo CME that is coming our direction. I checked on stereo A, and it's not a big one, but it is a full halo CME that disrupted this camera just the frame before. So it started off getting hit with the CME or the flare from it, and then here is our computer or our instrument reacting to it. Now here it comes with a full halo CME. Okay, then you can make out our object over here emerging from behind the occulter. You got our instrument reacting to it here. Howdy, old rider. And then, maybe right about there, I'll freeze frame it and zoom it in for you guys. Pull back a little bit here so we can get the contrast just right. Okay, we're talking about this round object right here. It has its little magnetic field around it right here. The instrument, it's caused a CME that this instrument's reacting to. It's drawing plasma out with it. Here you can see our nice round little object. Let's see if I can go in a little tighter for you guys. All right. There's an object here, and then there's a secondary one up here, and you'll see it as we go further into this. So I'm going to zoom back out a little bit. Okay, we'll pull this back this way just a tad. Okay, so we're progressing forward. As this starts to move out of frame, you'll see our second object up here. And let's go one frame previous. Right here is the backside of our round object. It's cloaked in a bunch of this solar material, but here's part of the edge of it right here. And then as we go to the next frame here, bear with me here, we're trying to do this, zoom back in, you can see the edge of this object right here, our instrument is reacting to it. So it's actually there. It's the back side of this object. It was reacting to the front side, but now that it's kind of passed, now it's reacting to the back side. And I can't zoom in much more, but you can make out there's stripes on the surface of this planet or this object right here. And there's almost appears to be some small little crater right in there. I don't know if it's a crater or a moon or something that might be really close to it. But as I pull this up, you can see we have the back side of this object right here, and here's our other small object right here. Here's all the plasma that it's pulling out and the CME it's caused. I see something round back in here. But let's keep progressing forward now. So this is our first CME. And we captured two objects, three right here. Let me just see if we can pull this in a little bit better, because I want you to be able to see this third one. This third one right here hiding in the back. So we have the back side of this bigger one. We have the smaller one down here, and there appears to be another round object back in there. Okay. So, now let's zoom back out. Trying to get used to this new equipment here, so bear with me. Then we can go zoom in a little bit more. That's good. Now, as we progress through these frames, and they move out of frame, here's another round object trailing right here. You can see that one. It's probably trailing this other one in front of it here. So, as we progress now, you see this little thing darting out. And then we have another huge CME coming off on the side over here. And is this the one I wanted to? Yeah, this is the one I want to look at on the red side as well. But first, while we're here, real quick, I want to point out our two objects. We got a round one back down here, and then we have something that's almost kind of teardrop shape, some kind of weird pointed object with a round back to it, almost like a triangle with a round back to it. And now I'm going to pull over here to this screen, and maybe it'll show up on this. I'm talking about right in here. There's the CME draping around this object. It's right in this area, and it has this round kind of little domed back to it. Then let's pull these together here. Hopefully you can see on the red side a little bit. And then we'll progress a little bit as these move forward. Here, let's back up to this frame, bring it over here, because this is the one that was on the thumbnail. You can see we have a clearly see we have a round object here. All this material streaking back that is pulled out with it. Here's the back side of this object right here. And let's see, maybe it needs to go down just a little bit. Yes, these images are from NASA. These are this is NASA's satellites used for studying the corona of our sun. And I'll post some links for you guys. This is spaceweather.gmu.edu, and I'll put it in the description of this after this video is over. So now, yeah, please go to this site. When I give you the link, please go to this site and look at this yourself, so you'll see I'm not making this up. This is NASA's material right here. Yeah, you're welcome. I'll post it in the So as we continue here, here's our object. You can see the round back of this one. I think it's probably another round object. It's just draped in some solar material, and we're only catching a little edge of it there. So as we progress forward here, it moves out of frame. Let's back this back down. Oh, looks like we have another one hiding right in here. Yep, there's another one right in there. So there's more than one of these objects. I mean, these CMEs have multiple objects at a time. Here's another one that's moving a lot slower than the rest. It started off way before these, and watch as it takes its time moving out. Something squirted out over here. There's something in this one too. Watch. Right here, there's a round object. I'll zoom in on this for you guys so you can see. I'm talking about this little round object right here that's caught pulling the CME off. Okay. And then we have this one here. Let's zoom in on it while we're there. And this one's been taking its sweet time. This other one moved past it in the time that this one's been creeping out. So we're going to continue on. Boom. Boom. And here comes another CME. Boom. This is the third CME, I think, now. And here, again, clearly see we have another round object caught right here. Here's the second one that was slowly coming out, but here's the new one that caused this CME. And I've lost count now. I should have started counting because there's a lot of them in here. But that's why I titled this Bombarded, because it's just bombarded with so many of them. Then again, as we go another frame, you can see we have another one right here. Or is that the same one I was just pointing out? Back up the frame. Yeah, it's the same one right there. And now the instruments, the CME is kind of moving over it. And as these two, whoops, move out, right here, this is the last frame, and you can make out that we have one here and this one that's been slowly moving out, two of them caught in the same frame here. Looks like we might have a third one back in here, right in here. So there is a lot going on. And now there is still something, even I think another second one over here. So let me put this back in to play. Whoops, reverse it. Because we got a lot going on. There's the full halo, couple of objects. Another CME, a few more objects. Another CME and a few more objects. So there's a lot going on. The sun is being bombarded with these objects. And it even caused a little full halo CME coming our direction. And it's not a very big CME. It was kind of weak or whatever. So I don't think we're going to be receiving too much from that. But my concern is these objects, the intensity of which they've sped up, and this is occurring. I mean, we're having multiple objects in CMEs and multiple CMEs in one day now. There's probably maybe, I would say, 10 objects probably in this whole series. When we look at them all and go back over them again, it's probably 8, 9, or 10 of them. And there's ones in there that are hiding it, you know, we can barely see. And that's why I kind of went through it frame by frame to kind of show you guys how many there are. It's nuts what's going on. I'm going to pull back a little bit from this again and just rehash for anybody that showed up late, just to go over this one more time here. I'm going to pause it at the very beginning, right about there. Whoops. So that's the first frame. The first frame is the satellite reacting to getting hit with the CME, because the next frame after that shows the full halo effect, and then boom, it kind of glitches out again, but then it starts with another full halo. And let's just zoom in on this, and you can make out, here's our little round object over here. Here's our CME starting to come out, and this is the rest of it starting to come out with it. Almost like a little double blast that we got, it looks like, because this one progresses out. Boom, here's our little object right in there. And then this trailing object up here causes this second CME. Then there was another one back in here. That's 3 in that one. Looks like there's one right there, so there's 4. Looks like 4 objects. Another one there, 5. So 5 in that blast, it looks like. And then as we continue on, here comes another blast with another one. So that would be 6. There's one right there. So 6, 7. It appears there's another one here. That's 8. Here comes another blast with another one, 9. So yeah, like 9 different objects in that one. It's just crazy the amount of what's going on here on our sun. And the fact that they're not acknowledging this is, you know, kind of spooking me, because now this is getting serious and they're really kind of dodging this subject. So they know that there's big sunspots. They're all reporting on that and stuff. That's good. But there's other stuff going on here too, and that's what I'm trying to bring to you guys. When I see this stuff, I got to report on it. So I think that's it for tonight. I just wanted to bring this to you really quick because this was just one day. I mean, the amount of activity we're having is definitely stepping up, and it's ramping up in intensity and frequency too. So just got to let you guys know all this because I love you all, and I miss you all, and God bless you all. And until my next video, bye. Oh, I'll post the links